Okay, just stop. That goes out to all of you for the debacle that was our Google Meet today. And I apologize to the people who tried to get in and the people who did get in, because it was not what I intended. It worked in the morning, then by the time it was time to meet, didn't work. We'll try again. So we're going to read a little bit in the year in the life of a complete and total genius, just a little bit, and then I have something else planned. Okay, so last we left off, Miss Whitehead was not very happy with Arthur. So now Kennedy sends Arthur an email to get my Kennedy energy. Hi, Arthur. How's your story coming? I love that we get to write whatever we want. I told my mom that I had to watch a bunch of movies as research for my story, LOL. I was thinking that maybe we could swap story beginnings soon. I have part of my story, like the first part, but I was hoping to get your feedback before I go too far, LOL. I am having trouble with my main character. Right now it's a man, but I think it might be more fun to have it be a woman. Girl power, LOL. I also changed my vampire idea into aliens. Vampires are so last year, LOL. Anyway, do you have a new idea? Let me know if you want to swap soon. I think that's how it's supposed to work with partners, right? LOL, Kennedy. Happy face. Dear Kennedy, I think that swapping stories is a great idea. Of course, mine is still very rough, so I'm not sure how much I'll have to share with you. I've really been focusing my energy on writing my novel, but I would love to read your story and give you my edits. Having not read it, I know I can't say this yet, but I think having a girl as a main character is a great idea. My mom read a lot of science fiction and always complained that the women in the books were only sex objects. So I say go for it. Yours truly, Arthur Bean. From Kennedy, I'm so cute at hotmail.com to Arthur Bean, ArthurAaronBean at gmail.com. Awesome, Arthur. I'll change it and I'll send something next week and you can do the same if you want. Maybe your mother can read my story too, since she's a sci-fi expert, LOL. Okay, happy face. Hi, Kennedy. My mom can't read your story. She's dead. Sorry about that. I guess you'll just have to make do with me. Yours truly, Arthur Bean. Arthur! I'm so sorry. I felt awful when I read your email last night. What a terrible friend bringing up your mom like that. I cried a lot when I read that. I had no idea. I'm sorry if I made you sad by bringing it up. That's so sad. I'm amazed that you don't talk about it more in school and stuff. Then I remembered why you started school late and totally realized, oh God, I'm such a jerk. If you ever want to talk about it or even just need a hug, I'm here. I'm sorry, Kennedy, sad face. Dear Kennedy, I'm sorry that I made you feel bad. I didn't mean to. Sometimes I don't know how to say sad stuff. She died at the end of last year. It was really sad. She was the speech therapist at my school. She came in once a week and worked with different kids with lisps and who talked funny. One day she didn't come in because she had a brain aneurysm at home and died right then. I was really mad at her because I had to take the bus home that day, and I always look forward to not taking the bus on Thursdays. I remember getting ready to yell at her about it, especially because it was after I did really badly on a math test. There were a couple of kids in my class who hated her because she made them do extra homework to practice speaking like everybody else. They called her Mrs. Mean. I guess she was pretty mean sometimes, but I didn't like that everyone knew that my mom was kind of mean sometimes. After she died, no one had to go to speech therapy class. I think most of the kids who went were pretty glad about it, but I wasn't. I still sometimes get mad at her for stuff she used to do, but then I get mad at being mad. She was really nice too. My dad called her the Queen Bean, and she thought that was really funny and made beans for dinner every Sunday, no matter what. Since she died, my dad and I never eat beans anymore. Isn't that weird? I guess not that weird. We don't really have fancy dinners on Sundays anymore either. Anyway, it totally sucked, and I try not to think about it or talk about it because it still sucks. But I still think about her every day. My neighbor, Nicole, taught me to knit because she said that busy hands make a quiet mind. So now I'm starting to understand why he has that hobby. I don't think it's true, but maybe it works. If nothing else, I can make some really good hats. Anyway, I'm going to be a famous writer and dedicate my first book to my mom. I think she would have liked that. I mean, my novel's practically done anyway. I don't know why I'm writing this all to you. I'm sorry. I just thought maybe you would feel better if you knew some of the story too. Maybe it's worse. I don't know. I've never had a mom who died before. Actually, I don't know anyone else who has died. I guess that's a good thing. Anyway, I really don't know what to say about it. I can't wait to read your story next week. I will work on having something really good too. And I'll take you up on that hug as well. Yours truly, Arthur B. Hi, Arthur. I'm so glad that you did tell me. I had no idea. It's really sad. I wish for your sake that you had gotten to say goodbye to her. I kind of understand how you feel. My grandpa died last year, but he had cancer, and that was hard too. I hated having to visit him in the hospital when he was so sick, but then I hated myself for hating visiting my grandpa. It was awful. I think it's really impressive how well you're doing. You definitely still have your sense of humor, which is kind of amazing. I would probably want to drop out of school if anyone in my family died. Your email also made me sad that sometimes I wish something bad would happen to my mom when she's yelling at me about doing my homework or cleaning my room. You wouldn't feel like that, Zoe, would you? Oh, no, no. I don't really want that to happen, but sometimes she's so annoying. Not true about me, though, right? I can't believe I'm admitting this. I'm a terrible person. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I think you are awesome, and you can send me emails whenever you're sad if you want. And I think you should dedicate your first book to her. It would be so nice. Kennedy, happy face. Peer tutoring progress report. Session November 23rd. Worked on Shakespeare's time. I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. Well, maybe a little bit. But there's lots of misspellings. This is what Robbie wrote. Ms. W, even though his hair looked really dumb today, Artie was kind of helpful in checking my Shakespeare assignment for mistakes. Robbie. Robert spent a lot of time today either talking to his friends at the other tables or insulting my new haircut and coming up with rude words that rhyme with Artie. And I'm sure you can probably guess what some of them are. But in case you don't know, this way, you see the picture? Artie farty. Dear RJ, I've been reading a lot of terrible things recently, so I thought I would tell you about them. The first one was Robbie's Life in Shakespeare's Time assignment. His writing is really, really, really bad, but his ideas are kind of interesting. He wrote this whole thing about being poor and not being able to get into the show, but listening to it while begging on the street. It was kind of sad because his character couldn't have what he wanted, which was actually just to watch a play. But then he makes these stupid mistakes, like saying that the beggar would go to the food bank. Everybody knows there was no food bank in the Middle Ages. Like I said, stupid. But I liked his idea. He seemed to have all these stories ready at all the time. I guess that's what makes him a really good liar. Maybe that's why I can't write any stories these days. So it's starting to sound like Robbie is starting to appreciate Arthur a little bit. And Arthur might just be starting to see that Robbie does have some good ideas. So that was the first terrible thing I had to read. The second thing was in the newspaper at school. Kennedy's boyfriend put in this ad thing saying he thought she was cute and nice. Those were the words he used, cute and nice. Those are words I used to describe Pickles. And Pickles is a 9-year-old cat. It's lame. Then in gym class, she was all giggly about it, and I saw the newspaper cut out and hanging up in her locker the other day. Although it was underneath her movie poster of District 9, so at least it's not surrounded by hearts or anything. Then I read Kennedy's email asking for my mom to read her story. That made me pretty sad. And then I felt bad that I made her sad too. I just don't know what to say about it. It's not like there's a magical way to tell people. It hadn't come up in conversation. It's not like I'm going to be running laps beside Kennedy and casually say, "Oh, hi, Kennedy. Did I ever mention that my mom is dead? How many laps is this for you? Oh, 9. I'm on my 4th. Well, see you around the track. Ha, ha, ha." That little joke was for you, RJ. I know you like a good one-liner. Nicole says that joking about death makes people uncomfortable, but I don't know how else to talk about it. You know me, RJ. I'm a joker. I'm just glad that Kennedy didn't seem weirded out by my email. She's so awesome. I kind of love that she admitted that she's not perfect. Makes her even more perfect. And the last terrible thing I read was the first act of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Miss Whitehead is all, "This is so great," and she laughs fakely at whatever Shakespeare calls jokes, but I don't get it. It's all thou and thee. And I know people think it's brilliant, but I think they just want to feel smart. I can't wait. Oh, no, it doesn't say that. I can't believe we have to study this all the way until Christmas break. How am I supposed to get any inspiration from my own award-winning story from crappy plays like this one? You know, the same guy who wrote Romeo and Juliet. Yours truly, Arthur Bean. Okay, so this is from Kennedy to Arthur. Hi, Arthur. Okay, below is the beginning of my story for the competition. I changed to a girl main character like you suggested, and she is awesome. Let me know your opinions. Be honest. I want to win. LOL. Can't wait to read your beginning too. Send it to me whenever, and I will read it post haste. LOL. We're reading Shakespeare in English class, and they say things like post haste. LOL. Okay, be honest, but I hope you like it. Kennedy, happy face. And I guess you're going to have to wait till Monday to hear Kennedy's story. I don't think it's going to be anything you expected. Don't turn that off yet, little girl. Okay, so I had some requests for what to do today for you guys. So it's been a while, and I came up with a couple pages of brain teasers. So I do have a key, but I am not sharing it till Monday. So I hope you enjoy, have some fun with it, stretch your brain out a little bit. And it is, yep, Cizo says it's really hard too. So signing off. Say bye, Groovy Jim. Have an awesome weekend. I miss you guys. And see ya.